What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and today is Thursday, April 3rd of 2025. And if it's Thursday, that means it's time for your early look at this weekend's Final Order Cutoff with my final, why am I saying it twice? Final Order Cutoff highlights video. Guys, I've gone through every single book on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, and I've picked out all the cool covers, any books with something in the guts for speculation, and I've also picked out the cool new number ones that I think you guys should not pass up. You should pre-order them now, get them at a discount, because the stories sound so freaking good. So that's this video, guys, Final Order Cutoff. Now, I do want to caveat that I did find a few books on one site that were not on another site. So this is just a reminder, guys, do your own research. This is my early look at this weekend's Final Order Cutoff, and shops don't lock into what's actually on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff until tomorrow at 5 p.m. So double check all your stuff before you put in any orders for any of the books that I'm going to talk about in today's video. All right, let's not waste any more time because there are a lot of covers that I found that are pretty stinking cool. So let's go ahead and dive into these cover letter picks. All right, diving right into these amazing covers that's on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. The first one that I like is Ultimate Wolverine issue number 5. Now this is the Ultimate Special variant done by Linnell Francis Yu. It features Sabretooth on the cover, the Ultimate Sabretooth that is. And we'll talk about this book more later, about In the Guts. Next up, Ultimate Wolverine issue number 5 with the variant cover done by Simon DeMeo. Love this guy's artwork. Sad that he's left DC Comics and he's at Marvel now, but come on, now we get some Simon DeMeo Marvel characters on covers. So good. After that, X-Men issue number 16 with the Timeless variant in the 1 in 100 Virgin sketch variant done by Alex Ross. We're getting another batch of these Timeless variants. Some people absolutely love them. I mean, Alex Ross is the GOAT. So keep an eye out for these over the next few weeks, maybe even more than that. After that, X-Men issue number 16 with the variant cover done by Russell Dauterman. He does these covers where he draws the same characters in different versions and mashes them all on the cover. He's done a lot of these, but this one featuring Cyclops is pretty stinking good. After that, Daredevil issue number 21 with the Timeless variant in the 1 in 100 Virgin sketch variant done by Alex Ross. I really like this, but one thing about these Timeless variants that I don't like is that they just put any character on the cover of a book. Like this is Iron Fist on a Daredevil book. It's confusing to people collecting these because you're just collecting the covers, I guess, at that point. It doesn't really matter, but have Daredevil on the Daredevil cover. Put Iron Man or Iron Fist on the Iron Fist cover. But there is no Iron Fist, so I guess you couldn't use that character right now. But I don't know, I'm rambling. Next up, Void Rivals issue number 18 with the cover B variant done by Michelle Rubini. So good. Solia on the cover, one of the main characters. She's so cool. Next up, Void Rivals issue number 18 with the cover C variant, which is a 1 in 10 ratio variant done by Connor Hughes. I don't like this one as much, but it's got Hot Rod on the cover. Solia, Hot Rod together. Let's freaking go. Next up, Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue number 7 with the cover B variant done by Dave Johnson. I think issue number 6 had Mr. Freeze on it. This one featuring Poison Ivy. Both are really, really good. She's adorable. She's gorgeous. Love it. Next up, Alien vs. Avengers issue number 4 with the variant cover done by Jessica Fong. I like that Spider-Man, I almost said Superman. Spider-Man is in color, and then the Xenomorphs are in black and gray. So good. So cool. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3 with the variant cover done by Alex Maleev. Yeah, it's Alex Maleev's Spider-Man. Good. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Ario and Dito. Yeah, it's just pretty cool. I don't love it, but it's decent. And I can see someone really enjoying this cover. And it's a 1 in 25, but it's Amazing Spider-Man, so that really doesn't mean much. Next up, Deadpool, issue number 14 with the cover A done by Torrin Clark. Just some great artwork featuring the two Daredevils battling it out with some other guys. Really stinking awesome. Next up, Laura Kinney, Wolverine, issue number 6 with the variant cover done by Simon DeMeo. Again, he's at DC, or he's at Marvel almost. I said DC. He's at Marvel now. So good. Next up, All New Venom, issue number 6 with the 1 in 50 spoiler Virgin ratio variant done by Lucas Warneck. It's pretty decent. It's a nice high ratio. And I think this book will probably, the amount of books that are being ordered now that we know who is the Venom, who is inside the Venom symbiote, I can see sales falling off. So I can see possibly the ratio books being harder to get. Just something to think about. Next up, all new Venom, issue number 6 with the variant cover done by Pete Woods. I just think this is an awesome cover for Venom. After that, The Question, All Along the Watchtower, issue number 6 with the cover A variant done by Kane Tormey. This is pretty cool. I believe this is homaging something. I talked to the doc in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, make sure you guys are doing that. Link in the description below. He was thinking that this might be an Invincible homage. I threw this image to ChatGPT and it says it's a Watchmen homage, but I couldn't find any imagery. When I Googled that, Watchmen, issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that features a bleeding hand. But ChatGPT swore by it that this was homaging that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What is this homaging? Or is this just like a cool idea that I am crazy to think that someone's homaging it? Let me know down in the comments below. Next up, The Question, All Along the Watchtower, issue number 6 with the cover B variant done by Jorge Fornes. It's Fornes, so great. And then it's got a puppy on the cover. What's not to love? Next up, The Rockefellers, issue number 5 with the cover B variant done by Ryan Sook. A great Beatles variant, or Beatles homage. So good. After that, Rockefellers, issue number 5 with the cover C variant done by Jermaine Peralta. I love this cover. So the blue side is like, you know, them in their current time, which is like way into the future, and them in our current time. Just the difference in technology and how they live life. So good. After that, The Seasons, issue number 4 with the cover B variant, which is a 1:15 ratio variant done by Max Fumera, featuring Summer of the Seasons. I'm not going to go into who that is. You guys should be reading this book. It's written by Rick Remender. Read this book. Next up, Spider-Man and Wolverine, issue number 1 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by David Marquez. It's just really good. It's Marquez with Wolverine and Spider-Man. So good. And I feel like this is homaging something as well. I feel like I've seen this cover 100 times. Let me know down in the comments below what it is. If I'm right or I'm wrong. Maybe it's not an homage, but I think it is. Next up, Spider-Man and Wolverine, issue number 1 with the foil variant done by D.K. Ruan. Love this guy's artwork, and this is pretty freaking good. Next up, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. Issue number 2 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Simon DeMeo. This one's really good. Really good DeMeo. And just seeing all the dead heroes around Deadpool is so good. Next up is another cover for the same book, issue number 2, and this is the cover A in the 1:100 Virgin ratio variant done by David Parator. Just really good. Deadpool going after Capwolf, not Catwolf, Capwolf. It's so good. Kind of looks a little bit like, oh, I'll put the name up on screen. I'm blanking on the name of the artist right now. Can't think of it. Put it up on screen, but it's cool. Next up, Gromit. Yes. Issue number 7. I almost said issued. Issue number 7, the cover A done by Brett Parsons. So good. The artwork is amazing. I'm so happy that this book is finally going to be getting in our hands soon. Issue number 6 came out so long ago, and this series is just so incredibly good. Next up, The Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 1 with the variant cover done by Stephanie Hans. So great. I just don't like the creative team on this book. I wish they had a better creative team, in my opinion. Some people might love Steve Orlando. Not a fan of his. But this artwork is so good. This should be a ratio book, not an open order. Next up, We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, issue number 2 with the cover D variant, which is a 1:25 ratio variant done by Jorge Fornes. He just does such cool covers, and this one is amazing. Next up, The Power Company Recharged, issue number 1 with the cover A variant done by Edwin Galmon. Pretty kind of maybe excited for this book, maybe, I don't know, but this is a cool cover. Edwin Galmon is freaking amazing, and I love Jace Fox Batman. Such a good, I love just seeing a black person as Batman. Is so freaking cool. And then I Am Batman was a great series for a long time. I dropped it at some point. I don't know why. But yeah, he's such a cool character. And then Signal, and who cares about Vixen? And then you got Black Lightning, so good. Next up, The Power Company Recharged, issue number 1 with the cover C variant done by Sanford Green. Come on, man, so good. Love these covers. After that, You'll Do Bad Things, issue number 2 with the cover B variant, done by a name I'm not even going to try to butcher. Creepy. Creepy. The covers for this series have been so creepily good. That's a really good cover. Next up, we got Lost Fantasy, issue number 1 with the cover B variant, done by Alex Deato. I'm sorry, but it's a really cool cover. It's a Final Fantasy homage. So good. Next up, Barbarella, issue number 5 with the cover C variant in the cover H1 and 15 Virgin ratio variant, done by Richard Pace. Akira homage, obviously. So good. Definitely picking that up. I might have already pre-ordered it. Next up, Barbarella, issue number 5 with the cover G, 1 and 10 sketch variant in the cover I, 1 and 15 Virgin sketch variant, done by Joseph Linzer. I think these sketches look so much better than the colored version. But guys, I'll put the colored version up on screen next to the sketch. You guys let me know down in the comments below which one you like more. Next up, Mark Spears Monsters, issue number 1 with the 5th print variant, done by Mark Spears. After that, Mark Spears Monsters, issue number 1 with the 5th print 1 in 20 ratio variant, done by Mark Spears. Doc, let me know what this is homaging. I believe it's Evil Dead is what he said. Pretty sticking cool. Now, the next 3 covers, I was only able to find these on Sanctorum Comics, on their FOC, not on anyone else's FOC, but even if these are officially not on this weekend's FOC, the covers are amazing, and I want to show them to you guys, so that way you guys are excited, and maybe you can pre-order them on Sanctorum's site, or you just you're ahead of the game a little bit, and now you know these are coming, and you can get really excited about them. So do your own research, but let's talk about these because they're freaking fire. Next up, so we got Vampirella, issue number 2 with the cover C in the cover T, 1 in 20 Virgin ratio variant, done by Jenny Frison. Holy moly. Now, I ordered this a while ago when it was on, I don't know what site I ordered it from, but there is this version and the Virgin. I ordered both. I just couldn't wait. I had to pre-order them. I forgot what site had them. But next up is another cover for the same book. This is the cover U, 1 in 25 Virgin ratio variant, done by Jay Anceletto. Now, this I could only find at 616 Comics. Now, there's some people down on the Discord that do not like 616 Comics. I really haven't had too much of an issue with them, personally. But this cover is freaking fire. So good. Like, different. It's different than the Jenny Frison, but it's still so incredibly good. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I believe 616 Comics is asking $14.99 right now, which I might pick it up tomorrow. It's payday tomorrow, so I gotta wait for that. But so great. Next up is the final cover. Again, do your own research. This is Vampirella issue number 2 with the cover B, and there is some other variants for this, like foils and whatnot. It's dynamite. But this one is done by Greg Land. I don't love it as much as the other two, but it's still so good. Alright guys, those are all the covers that I found on this weekend's final order cutoff. Make sure you guys are doing your own research. There are links down in the description below to the sites that I use to make this list. There are so many other covers that I did not put on this list, obviously, that you might absolutely love. So make sure you guys are doing your own research. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are all the books that have something in the guts for speculation. Alright guys, first up we have the Power Company Recharged issue number 1 with the debut of a new iteration of the Power Company team featuring Jace Fox Batman, The Signal, and the Vixen. Or no, just Vixen, not the Vixen. After that we have Ultimate Wolverine issue number 5 with the introduction to Ultimate Sabretooth. Pretty stinking cool. After that, X-Men issue number 16. Now the synopsis states, meet the all-new, all-different X-Men who are sponsored by 3K. Next up, Storm issue number 8. Key Collector states that this has the first team appearance of the 3 agents. Reading the synopsis, it doesn't say anything about that, but sometimes Key Collector, they have access to information that I don't have. So as per the Key Collector, there is a first team appearance in this issue. After that, All New Venom issue number 6 with the origin of the All New Venom. We find out how Venom and Jackpot, or Mary Jane Watson, came together to be the all-new Venom in this issue right here. Next up, the final book that I think has something, not technically in the guts, but it's the full book itself. This is Grommets issue number 7. Now, this is the final issue, which is like the saddest thing. for comics this year, I think. And I'm being dramatic, obviously. But the reason why I put this book on the list is because there's been such a gigantic break between issue number 6 and issue number 7. I think a lot of people will have completely forgot about it, and they will not have told their stores that they can want this on their pull list. So I think a lot of stores around the country are probably going to order a lot less of this because there's been such a long gap between the issues. So I think if this series does get picked up or gets really popular for some reason, this issue will probably be the lowest ordered issue, possibly. So this could be a great pickup, and I think this could easily be optioned for an amazing TV show or film. I think the series is just so good. All right, that's everything in the guts. Let's cover these covers real quick. Storm issue number 8 with the 1-in-50 Virgin ratio variant done by a name I cannot pronounce. Art Germ Protege, pretty stinking good. After that, Grommets issue number 7, the cover B variant, which is the 1-in-10 ratio variant done by Bob Quinn. I put this on the list because I think this book will be under-ordered, and these 1-in-10s, or these ratio covers, will be harder to come by. After that is Grommets issue number 7, the cover C variant, which is a 1-in-20 ratio done by James Callahan. Again, same thing as the cover B. After that, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, issue number 1 with the second print 1-in-25 black and white Virgin ratio variant done by Frank Miller. We all know this artwork is not good, but it's a second print, 1-in-25. These tend to sell well because they are harder to get. They're more rare. Last but not least, Death of Cobra, issue number 7, the cover E, which is a 1-in-25 ratio variant done by Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know. But these 1-in-25s have sold well. Doc down in the Discord has been telling everyone about these Death of Cobra ratio books since issue number 1. He has bought all of them. He has made money on all of them. And this one features frickin' Spawn. Spawn lovers are going to want it. Last cover is Godzilla vs. Fantastic Four, issue number 1 with the second print, 1-in-25 ratio variant. It's a wraparound, it's a virgin, and it's done by Linnell Francis Yu. All right, guys, that's everything for speculation. There are 3 books that I think you should consider letting your shop know that you want, or pre-order them now and save that 20 to 35% of the cover price of these books because the synopsis sounds so good. Like, really good. Pick these up. All right, guys, 3 books. We're going to go as quickly as possible because I like to keep this video a little bit shorter. First up, Spider-Man and Wolverine, issue number 1. 2 banger characters coming together in a book. I gotta at least check out the first story arc. So this is gonna be written by Mark Guggenheim, and it's gonna have art by Kari Andrews. So it's gonna have great art. And Mark Guggenheim is responsible for, like, the Arrow on the CW and the Flash on the CW, and he's written lots of really good books. So he is a good creator. Is this gonna be amazing? I'm not 100% sure, but let's go ahead and read the synopsis. Did you hear that? That sound can only mean one thing. 2 of our favorite Marvel heroes doing what they do best. With great power, there must also come the best there is. Spider-Man and Wolverine team up for the biggest adventure in Marvel Comics. Who or what is targeting this unlikely duo, and what can they do to stop it? Get ready for a non-stop thrill ride of big villains, bigger threats, and even bigger surprises as Logan and Peter Parker team up against the machinations of a plot too big for just one hero. I don't know. Kari Andrews as artist is great. There's some great variants for this. And I'm pumped. I like these 2 characters a lot. I would say they're probably top 10 favorite Marvel characters for me. So yeah, I'm definitely checking that out. Next up, Lost Fantasy, issue number 1. This is an Image Comics title. And this is coming from the creative team of Kurt Pyers and has art by Luca Caslangueda. I totally butchered that, and I did not look it up previously before pronouncing it, so I am sorry, everyone that's watching this video that always tells me. Just Google it real quick. I forgot to do it before recording the video. But Kurt Pyers is responsible for the Indigo Children. Indigo Children was a fantastic book. Oh my god, it was so good. So that's why I'm really excited about this. I don't know who Luca is. I don't know if I've seen any of his artwork before. I'll make sure I do some research as I'm editing this video. But let's read the synopsis. There is a world of magic, myth, and monsters that exists beneath the surface of our own. Since first contact was made over 100 years ago, the great hunters have kept us safe from the creatures that lurk in the shadows. But last night, something broke through, and it's up to rookie monster hunter Henry Blackheart to stop it. Well, that's a cool name, Blackheart. A fresh take on fantasy from creators Kurt Pyers and Luca, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, East of West meets Something is Killing the Children in this new ongoing series. Ooh, that's fantastic. Ongoing. That means it's not like a mini-series or maxi-series. So, that is really stinking cool. I'm really excited about this. I love the fact, I love monsters. I love that there's monster hunters and fantasy. Fantasy is where it's at. Really pumped for this. Great covers all around. But the book that I'm most excited about is Huck, Big Bad World, issue number 1. Now this is coming from the creative team of Mark Miller and has art by Raphael Albuquerque. So good. That is such an amazing creative team. Now, I'm going to admit something. I'm a little embarrassed by it. I did not read the first volume of Huck. It's been on my list to pick up because it's a Mark Miller book. It slipped through the cracks when it came out, and I have been meaning to pick it up, but you guys know me. Picking up books outside of my pull list is really hard because fitting in something in when I'm already reading 20 plus books every single week is really difficult. But Mark Miller is some of the best storytelling in comics, in my opinion. Raphael Albuquerque is one of the best artists. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this. After being exposed as a superpowered person and hunting down the doctor who gave him and his mother their powers, it would seem like Huck could finally get back to the simple life he'd come to love, making folks in his small town feel safe and cared for by doing one good deed a day and being the real change anyone would want to see in the world. But then, a mysterious man tells him he and his mother aren't the only super people out in the world. Many are hiding just like them. What does that mean? Is he gonna go out around the world trying to find these people in hiding and help them because he's got such a big heart? Probably. And he's probably gonna find villains and things along the way and he's gonna have to fight them. So good. It's gonna be amazing. It's Mark Miller. And the only part that I've ever seen of a Huck was in the big crossover event, Big Game, that Mark Miller did last year, which was freaking amazing. So I'm really pumped for this. This could be really stinking good. I'm going all in because it's Mark freaking Miller. So we got 3 books this week, or 3 new number 1s I think you guys should consider pre-ordering. Spider-Man and Wolverine, issue number 1. Lost Fantasy, issue number 1. And Huck, Big Bad World, issue number 1. All right, guys, that's it for this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. Your early look into all the amazing books that's on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. All right, guys, we are at the end of today's video. It's time to wrap this sucker up. So if you've been watching from the beginning of today's video all the way until this point right now, I just gotta say thank you. You're amazing. And you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Now, if you guys have not smashed that like button, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Really, really does help out the channel. Now, last but not least, guys, if you guys look down and you're not subscribed, I'm just gonna say, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and like I just said, smash the like button. Now, last but not least, guys, I will have one more video tomorrow. It'll be part 2 of Probing Bruce, episode 1. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. All right, guys, have yourself a great weekend, a great Final Order Cutoff. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday with the Wednesday pull list. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.